I mean, we could like get a really good run and do a sub 2. And considering the strats that I do, that would be really good. Not counting on it though. That would have to be like a pretty exceptional run in order to make that happen right now. I honestly don't remember what relic time I have on plant food. I don't remember. I might have a plat, I might not. I'm personally not into that sort of thing, Zekro. That ain't my style. I just wanted to have a good time. Do 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 do. I don't think we had any accidental resets, or not accidental resets. I don't think we had any like, excuse me, re-entries into levels aside from the ones that, excuse me, or at least more than normal. When you're in the menu to invert the jetpack controls, Ultra Stars, if you press the touchpad down, you just you basically get, it basically lets you quit the level right then and there, so you don't have to do the extra menuing. Do 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 do. Whoa, hello. No, it's not like select. Well, I guess it kind of behaves like select. It's not the select button, but it behaves similarly to that, where you just kind of automatically like exit the menu without having to press extra buttons. I'll leave that behind for the second pass through. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. I can't get up there. All right, there we go. Phew, okay. I have 3. Oh, I'm stupid, aren't I? Yeah, I just broke boxes. What boxes did I break? Was it those? Oh, I know which boxes it were. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was just being a dum-dum. Yo, BPG. Excuse me. I see you with that host, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, I got a reset. I think, oh, it was when I spun away an enemy. Which one was it? Which enemy was it? I don't remember. That's weird. Normally that's not a problem. I feel like that type of stuff is supposed to be written without my knowledge. Unless there's royalties involved. I feel like that kind of stuff basically just happens, and then I'm supposed to find it later. But that's the important part, is that I don't know what's happening. That's what makes it. That's what makes it so to speak. Now that I know about it, it's all over. All right, let's try again. Let us try again. All right, sounds good, Ultra Stars. See you in a sec, and thank you for the good luck. Who knows? It could already be written, and you're just toying with me, Zekro. I might already have no say, and it could already be completed. You never know. The world may never know. Just like how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. All because Mr. Owl was a smartass, and after his third lick, he just bit the lollipop instead of doing the people's work. All right, so we actually have 0 boxes this time. This will work out much better. What's going on, Rich? How you doing? Feeling pretty solid today, man. How are you doing? write the book in code. But then nobody else can read it. You can't get too fancy with it, because if nobody else can enjoy it, then that kind of stinks. That's something that you want to share with the world. Write it in Morse code. That seems practical. Give select individuals the key to the code. There's be this like huge conspiracy over a fanfic. A huge fanfic conspiracy we talked about for ages. Do 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 do. Whoops. I have no idea what the Voynich manuscript is. Could you explain for me? Oh, he wasn't talking about the fanfic? Oh, what were you talking about? The philosophical book. I see. Whoops. Yeah. The greatest fanfic in the world, according to 5 of my friends, who are totally not biased whatsoever. Yo, Kodo Hunter, what's going on? How you doing? Awesome sauce. I did not get hit by that turtle, which is great. Saving the second mask for Snowgo makes life a little bit easier on the first level. Back from dinner and from feeding the puppy? Nice, Tiptoe. Welcome back. Going pretty well. Going pretty well so far. How you, excuse me. Just starting a new run. We got a small PB on the last run, and try to get a bigger one this time around. The fanfic is just gibberish. You have cryptologists try to figure out the code of the story, and then it ultimately ends up inconclusive. I wonder if there is anybody like alive today, or if there's any kind of material about like cracking the code of that manuscript, Korkaw. What's going on, Doctor? How you doing? This run technically can world record, though it probably won't. Every run starts off on a world record pace. But no, I'm comparing against my personal best splits. Now that would be meta. That would be meta, Zekro. We're talking theoretically if somebody wrote a fanfic about me, actually, Tiptoe. Do you mostly have European subscribers due to the time difference? I think there's a tool actually on Twitch now in your stats page that allows you to see where people view from. And I think it's still predominantly the United States, but not by much. But not by much. I think Europe as a whole is, I think, mostly who watches the channel last time I checked at it. But as far as individual countries, the US still has a slight majority over the United Kingdom. I think it goes like US, UK, Germany, crap, I can't remember afterwards where the rankings were. But yeah, I think mostly European if you consider Europe as one group. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was because of the time difference, because it's definitely a very EU-friendly time at the time that I do stream. And I like it too. I like streaming in the morning. I like kind of getting started with my day early. Though I used to stream at night a long time ago when I first started. US, Canada. Yeah, I think North America still has a lot of people watching around this time. But yeah, if people have different work schedules, you know, people sometimes in the summer, like if you don't have school obligations, you know, things like that. It's pretty cool. I think it's definitely an interesting mix, and I like that. It's really cool that so many people tune in from so many different places in the world. Like that's something that, you know, that's something that I didn't realize until I started streaming, was like, you know, you get insight into all these different people and cultures, and it's really cool. Very, very cool. Yo, what's up, Kissamies? I see you're not able to stick around very long, but thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Oh, really, Tiptoe? That's interesting. What's going on, Scarecrow? How does a speedrun work? The order of levels is determined on a number of things. Basically, we want to get hard levels out of the way first. We want to make sure we have certain items before entering certain levels which require them, so we can get 100% all in one go. And sometimes it's mask routing, because getting invincibility after you pick up 3 masks is pretty handy in some levels as well. Whoops. But this is a 100% speedrun, so we're going to be getting all crystals and all gems. In this speedrun. And most levels, we only have to enter them once. There are going to be a couple that we'll need to revisit, but not very many. Yo, Elses, thanks for the good luck. How you doing? Was streaming at night different? It was. I used to stream late at night. I used to stream from like 7 or 8 o'clock to like 1 in the morning back when I first started. And it's different because, you know, I had been awake for a while at that point. You know, so I had gone about my business during the day, and then I would stream at night. So, you know, after I would stream, I would usually be really tired and I would go to bed immediately afterwards. So streaming would be at the end of the day instead of the start of the day, which it is now. So you can imagine how different that would feel. Oh, cool, Elses. How is that going so far? Oh, word, Tiptoe. It sounds like it'd be really fun. Like, it'd be really fun to do fanfics. You can just kind of let your mind run wild. I do like writing, though not necessarily like fictional type writing. When I first started, I was still looking for a job at the time, and then about like the middle of my after I got a job, and like towards the middle of my I guess towards the middle of my like streaming tenure, I was working a regular job and streaming at night during the week. But I would stream. I started doing dual streams on days where I wasn't working, because I had off every other Friday, and I had and of course I would stream on Sundays as well. So I would do a morning stream, and then I would do an evening stream. to try to cover, you know, because I wanted to try streaming earlier in the day because I like the idea, but I also wanted to make sure that, you know, I still streamed at the same time so people who watch me later on in the day could also watch me. And then it kind of migrated from there once I made the jump to full time to where now I stream early in the day and do one long stream instead of 2 streams at 2 different times throughout the day. And this works well for me. I like it, and it works out for a lot of people. It works out for a lot of people, you know, who watched the stream previously, and you know, it kind of hits a sweet spot, I think. Yeah, definitely don't worry about trying to go, like, you know, trying to be the world's fastest runner when you first get started. The most important thing is just set a time, and then just go from there to try to beat it. Right, exactly, Magatoth. You can make the world whatever you want it to be at that point. Right, you have an interesting limitation when you have existing characters, because you want them to feel like you want them to feel familiar to how they are in the show, but at the same time you have your own twist to it. You know, it's hard to balance that. Hey man, it's just business. It's just business, Migo boy. Trust me, I wish I didn't have to. But that sweet time save, though. Is anyone else really cold? No. It's kind of it usually gets kind of toasty in the stream room. Though it's not hot. It's not hot. It's not like it's not too cold. It's like maybe a little chilly, and I think that's just right. Arctic Circle for the win. I guess you can't help being cold in the Arctic Circle. How warm does it get when you're like above the Arctic Circle in the summer? Does it get pretty hot, or is it still pretty cold? Because like I don't know, like with the sun pointing towards you all the time in the summer, like how that actually affects things. Yo, how is it having Santa Claus as your neighbor, Migo boy? -6C maximum? Ooh. That's not very hot, for that matter. What's up, Mr. Johnny, by the way? How hot are we talking, by the way? I feel like it would be fun to visit. I feel like it would be fun to visit, like, Finland, Norway, and Sweden, for that matter. Okay, so it gets warmer, but not too warm. Then it seems like it's pretty comfy. Yeah, having the freedom can be like, I think some people like having those boundaries that grow, but having that extra freedom can be very nice, especially if you're experienced with writing. You know, you might not find it as stressful. Whoa, okay. Okay, I mean, that's warm, but that's definitely not bad. Like, when you start getting into, like, the 80s and 90s Fahrenheit, to me, that's hot. To me, that gets to the point to where it is actually kind of uncomfortable. I heard that the summer, not just for you guys, but for the UK as well, was pretty hot, too. Even, like, basically all across, like, Northern Europe. Apparently there was a heat wave where it was like regularly like 30C plus. 80s is nice with like a small breeze, Flareon. That's like the sweet spot right there. That would be awesome, Tiptoe. Writing for a living is definitely up there, for me at least, when it comes to like occupations with the most freedom. You know, and you can basically just freelance forever at that point as well. Fair enough. If you run cold, that definitely makes sense. Flareon. Yo, welcome back, Jorge. How's it going? Yeah, it sounds like it, Migo. Glad you're doing well, Mr. Johnny. It's a good day. Definitely a good day so far. Oops. I was gonna say, we kind of had a heat wave here too, because when my girlfriend and I first moved into our house, it was like in the 90s Fahrenheit, and we were just dying. Like, we had the windows open, and it just was not helping. Like, it was so hot for like the first few days that we were here. Then it finally cooled down, and we got into like the high 70s, and it was so comfortable. Can I remember the day you changed your name? No, I cannot remember the day. I know it was a while ago, but I don't remember exactly like what time period it was. All right, Migo boy, sounds good. Drive safe and take care. Thanks for hanging out today. Yeah, 90s is a little much, Flareon. I agree. 90 Fahrenheit in Celsius is like 35? Maybe around 35 degrees Celsius. And yo, what's going on, Insanity Honey? How are you doing? Who doesn't use Kelvin? Engineers love Kelvin. Engineers definitely love Kelvin, but we're talking about a minority here. Agreed, Mr. Johnny. No breeze can fix 90 degrees. Oh, it's 32 Celsius. Okay. Coffee done. That was actually some really good coffee. That was like one of the first dark roast coffees I've had in a while. I just got a sampler pack when I made my last coffee order, and this one actually tastes pretty interesting. Very bold. I'm not used to it. Yo, Marie, how's it going? Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day so far. Yeah, back in my hometown, Poonage, there were some days where it hit like 100 degrees or like high 90s, and the humidity was in the 90% too. It was literally just hot, sticky, you know, a lot of moisture in the air. It's just, ugh. That's not comfortable. That is not frisbee throwing weather. Do 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 do. Speaking of which, I'd love to throw a frisbee around. That's something I just realized I haven't done in a while. Yo, Cosmic Kitten, thanks for the good luck. How's it going? And I just realized we managed to get a gold split on a auto-scrolling boss. Don't know how that happened. Well, pseudo auto-scrolling, I should say. Kilo electron volts because it's a much more intuitive unit, according to the lecturer. I don't know about according to the students, Korkov, but I'm glad the lecturer thought it was easy. But I definitely remember some courses in college where like we worked with weird units, and they're like, you know, you're gonna have to know this in the workplace. You might come across a situation, and the answer is no. Having been in the field for a little while after college, the answer is no. Never needed it. Try frisbee golf? I've never actually played disc golf, but it seems like it would be really fun. We're getting hit by those vacuum cleaner guys a little bit more easily lately. Ooh, that guy. That guy had something to say. Oh, was not supposed to kill that guy, but that's okay. Backup strat. You can't kill the electric eel, thankfully. Whoop. There we go. Proving materials for coating and experimental fusion reactors. Ah, that might have a different. Yeah, that might be a little different there, Korkaw. They might do things a little differently. So I can like understand that a bit more now. He was rude, Tiptoe. No concept of personal space. Like, come on, man. I'll let Poonage tell his story. I'll let Poonage tell his story about the name. The gasoline gallon equivalent for heat? What is that, Zekro? Whoa, need that box. That would have been bad if we had to, death abuse. That's okay. We can't take that mask with us, but it's nice to be able to just, There we go. It gives you an idea of the context. It gives you an idea of the context of the term. Ooh, that doesn't sound very good, Jorge. I guess if that's the standard, then that's the standard. You can't just go about changing standards willy-nilly now. Even if they are a little bit silly. Do 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 do. So I think my early game in this run was pretty good. I think my time saves don't start coming until Warp 3, and then they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Big one in Spaced Out too, for that matter. But it's a fish? Yeah, if it's it's not just a generic term for a fish. I'm curious to know what type of fish. Yo, Standout, what's happening? Oh, you. Context is everything, isn't it? How are you doing today, Standout? That too, Zekro, that too. I don't know what that means, but that too. Whoa, okay, that's interesting. Down we go. Down we go. There's never really a dull moment when it comes to the banter in here, and I like that. Life in my chat is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Are you talking about back there with the electric fence, Taro? I'm a little bit surprised that I got through it. It looked like I was gonna stand up right into the electricity, but hey, I'll take it. I will not complain with getting a little lucky. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain or anything, Taro. We'll just accept our good luck and move on. Wrath of Cortex is even better than Jorge, because he actually does keep sliding for a very long time. Excuse me. I felt that one coming for a while. I'm a little bit disappointed with how it came out. It's very anticlimactic. Very anticlimactic. Video buffer? Oh. Good timing. It didn't... Your player did not want you to hear that. It's just looking out for you. It's just looking out for you. What's up, Habu Bababoo? How you doing? And yes, yeah, Crash was so kind to donate me $1 to help me go faster. And it helped. I did PB that run, for that matter. He, in fact, did give me a little bit of a push. How's it going, by the way? It's good to see you again. Oh, afterwards. So I basically broke your stream, is what we're saying, Jorge. If you're actually looking to cheer 100, Anime Flareon, delete the exclamation point. They are. Like, the cycles in Barret, or in the bear levels in general, are different in the Insane Trilogy compared to the original one. I think that the cycles are not like when you get close to them. I think the cycles are just kind of on some kind of other global timer. So the faster you go, they end up different. If you click the bit icon in chat, or where you see send a message, then it'll tell you more about how to get bits. If you live in the US, you can, I think you can also watch ads for bits as well. So you can either watch ads for bits or purchase them in the marketplace. But if you click the bit icon down towards the bottom of the chat, you'll get more information on how to get bits. Don't tease me like that, Korkaw. Yeah, I remember Kyogre. I remember when they first invented Kyogre. Because it's not called a dolphin, it's called an orca. It's not the exact same name, therefore it's not a dolphin. It just says how many I have and how many to a badge. That's weird. It should give you a link. It should give you a link to for getting more bits. If you already have a bit balance, then it might not show you that, which is kind of weird. I don't think it should work that way. I really don't think so. That's good to hear, and thank you for the good luck. I do appreciate it. What's up, Fireman, by the way? Ouch. Goal splits all over. I don't even know where they're coming from, honestly. I've just gone like a few seconds faster than before on each of those splits. We're not going to get a gold split this time because I gargled some water on that last jump, but that's okay. Still a net positive. I honestly don't know that much about dolphins, Jorge. I didn't know that those were the biggest ones. That's pretty sweet. Yo, Fat CJ, what's going on, man? I mean, not necessarily. Sometimes you learn better ways of doing things. Like, you get a gold split, and then you're like, oh, this is good for your skill level. And then when you like learn how to do a strat better, when you learn how to do a strat better, then you're like, oh, okay, like this is a better way of doing it, and then you get a little faster and you get a gold split, you know. But sometimes you just do a level really clean too, like you kind of have smooth lines, like your movement's really strong. Those kind of things matter too. Yo, what's up, Dark Reapers and the and Green Red? How's it going, buddy? Oh, you're talking about the eclipse. It got dark actually. It actually got dark for a little while outside my window. It's not dark anymore, but I can only imagine that's eclipse related. No, I just noticed the sky got dark, green red. Hey, there we go. Aldi is launching an online distribution service for video games. So, like, they're doing a video game marketplace? That's interesting. I think that's the first supermarket that's tried to do that. It can't be that dark if you're around, Dark Reapers. And yo, Deverick, what's happening? Yeah, it was kind of strange. Like, actually, Sonic pointed it out. He was like, hey, did it get really dark there? And I look over at my webcam preview, and lo and behold, there was a shadow where there normally isn't this time of day. And I looked outside, and the sky was really dark. It was kind of wild, actually. Snowbiz, let's go. How's your day so far? Pretty good, Deverick. I can't complain. Definitely can't complain. Got a small PB earlier and working on doing it again today. I'm not sure. Like, maybe if I did one of the 100+ categories, like if I did, you know, max percent in Crash 1 or 2 or 105 and 3, then maybe I would go for it. Maybe I would, you know, end up doing time trials that way. But I don't think we're gonna grind like individual level time trials. I don't really enjoy that as much as doing full game runs. Yeah, it's like 11:49 a.m. here. Technically, it is still morning. Time zones are terrific. You already used GOG? What is GOG? Ah! I forgot that Hedgehog is a punk. He doesn't play nice. That didn't work as intended. There we go. Well, funny you mentioned that, Fat CJ, because apparently the entire population of the United States could live comfortably with their own living space in the state of Texas. Technically, the other 49 states are not needed to house everybody with their equal amount of, you know, private space. Now, is that going to work ever? No. But it's funny to think about. So it's funny to think about, and technically, like, you could probably fit most of the world in one time zone if you really wanted to. Don't know about 7 billion people, but 350 million you can fit in one US state. Nearly clutched a 1v4 on Black Ops 3. Aww. That would have been sick. Sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes you clutching and then, you know, and then you end up getting killed by the last guy, and then other times it works out better. I don't know about that, Flareon. PC is probably your best bet for that sort of functionality, but I feel like there's got to be some way to get bits on mobile. Probably won't be able to do the entire world, Reapers. But you might be able to get a good percentage of it. Have I seen pictures of the crowds in Japan? No, I've not. But I might go check it out later though after the stream. He just got his drink spiked. What drink though? He must be really good at hiding it. Bum 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 bum. What's going on, Telecaster J? How you doing? I do, as a matter of fact. Before I started focusing on this category, I was doing a lot of Crash 1 all gems runs, which were really fun. And Crash 1 actually is my favorite of the Insane Trilogy games, for that matter. Interesting that it's on your phone but not your computer. I feel like if it's on the internet or if it's in digital space somewhere that you should be able to access it on your computer. I know you can cheer on mobile, but I don't know about like buying bits on mobile. I mean, that's to be fair. Yeah, that's kind of fair, Bonkster. Like, it's not really everybody's thing. It's not everybody's thing. Yo, what's going on, K Madify? How are you doing as well? Just started playing all these games again and would love to get into speedrunning? That sounds awesome. Do you know what game you might want to start with, or are you still thinking about that? You can't buy bits on mobile, but you can on PC. Okay, there's your answer. There is your answer. I have no clue, Jorge. I haven't seen the NASA chat. Maybe it sounds like I kind of don't want to at this point. Yes, absolutely, Telecaster. The green gem does save a lot of time by allowing you to skip castle machinery, since that's a pretty long level. Getting the green gem in Lost City is faster than otherwise not getting it and just doing castle machinery normally. You played Crash 2 the most and loved the spin dash? Yeah, the slide spinning in Crash 2 is pretty cool. It's nice and flowy. It's nice and flowy, so to speak. But yeah, I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy it too. Crash 2 is definitely I didn't like it at first, but it's kind of grown on me now that I have. It's kind of grown on me now that I have played the game and dived deeper into the categories more. Whoops, there we go. Oh, it's okay. It's chat. I see. Hey, only if you want to, Flareon. No worries either way, or no pressure either way. That's pretty cool about the Android app, though. Purple Rupees. I did not know that they actually had the ability to do bits. Curious to know then why, if they can do it on Android, why not on iOS as well? Yo, Mega Mario, thank you for the host, by the way. I do appreciate it, buddy. Hope you had a good stream today, and welcome everybody coming in from Mario's stream. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hopefully we get the... Now that we've stopped freaking out, hopefully we can keep the good times going over here. Whoop. Oh, that's right. We don't need to do that, do we? We just need to get to the end of the level. There we go. Yo, Pez, what's up? How you doing? But yeah, according to Purple Rupees, you might actually be able to purchase bits, from what it sounds like, which would be really nice. Oh, it's all good, Purple Rupees. Mostly just curious. Mostly just curious. That's good. I'm glad your day seems to be going well so far, Pez. Today's pretty good. I got a small PB, trying to get a bigger PB. And so far, not doing bad. What's going on, Hellblade 7? What's happening? No, I have not Dark Reapers. Doing very well, 7. Hope you've been well in the meantime as well, for that matter. Whoops. There we go. Oh, that's right. There we go. I think I hit a skill ceiling when it comes to fast dashing Green Hill Zone Act 1 on Sonic Mania. Ah, okay. No, I know what you mean. It always gets like a little bit harder each time you level up Mega Mario. It always gets a little bit harder. That being said, if you're content with your time and you want to go do some other things, or you don't find it fun to keep grinding that same level, then there's definitely nothing wrong with going and doing something else as well. Yo, nice, Fat CJ. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully you're making a good use of the time. Oh yeah, we lost a crap load of time in Unbearable. I remember this happening. Definitely remember this happening. What Madagascar games are there, by the way? I only know of, like, maybe one movie-based one that came out. Not exactly sure what's out there. That happens, though, Mega Mario. Definitely, like, if there are videos, I don't know if Sonic Mania has, like, a video storage system of people who are top ranked on time trials, but definitely try to watch some videos and see what they do. Or see if you can pick something up. Sometimes it's not very easy to just look at what somebody does and see, like, oh, I get it. You know, and then you just kind of do the strat and you automatically get it. But it might help some. There we go. I see. I see Dark Reapers. No! Where was that jump, buddy? Where was that jump, man? Yo, what's going on, Jake? How you doing? I looked at the eclipse and I regret it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully you're okay and there's not any damage. And hopefully it was only just a little uncomfortable. Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm actually here, so I did not get to take a good look at the eclipse. But I did notice it got dark. I did notice that it got dark for a little while there. Sweet, there we go. Whoops, that's okay. Hey, that worked out a lot smoother. That worked out much smoother than the last time. Yeah, eyes just sort of hurt. Oh, I see. Yeah, hopefully they recover quickly. And hopefully there's no permanent damage. Some I've been posting on YouTube, which you might take a gander at. Yeah, definitely take a gander at that and see if maybe you can pick something up. Yo, what's going on? What is going on? We are sexual perverts. Oh my god. What is going on? How you doing? I'll tell you what, I'm definitely not going to forget your name. But welcome. How's it going? Good to see you. Because of the band WASP? Is that actually what they're called? Or does WASP have a different acronym? And don't worry about it. I just read it and I was like, wait. I was like, wait, am I reading this right? I just wanted to make sure I wasn't reading something wrong. Primarily. It's all good. Hope you're having a good day so far. Oh, I see. I kind of like WASP. WASP is definitely a nice acronym for sure. It rolls off the tongue. How long ago did you order it, Poonage? I don't know, maybe the Eclipse got nervous and messed it up, Boxer. Maybe it just couldn't handle the pressure. You wish you were called Wasp? You would be feared by many humans, that's for sure. Of me being one of them, I can't stand wasps or other like stinging insects. I might call you Wasp. I like the acronym if you don't mind. LBP3? What do you mean? What does LBP stand for? Actually have no clue. Oh, Little Big Planet, of course. I figured I'd have a eureka moment after it was mentioned, and I was not wrong. Oh, come on. What was that? I was trying to line myself up with the platform, and for some reason my thumb just decided to go hey, look at this up button, and yeah, that happened. That looks really stupid, but that was a hand-eye coordination error where my thumb just kind of went ugh. That's all I got to say about that. It is very helpful, Magatoth, indeed. I am actually Wasp. I speedran the original games before I started running and playing the Insane Trilogy, for that matter. Yeah, exactly, Boxer. Can I say your name? It's Velico. Is it Velico? Fat CJ, or am I pronouncing it incorrectly? Oh, there we go. What's up, Willow? How are you doing? Do I live from video games now? I'm on. Excuse me. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Could you clarify? When I played Road to Ruin, one of the rats standing behind the box didn't wait and walked around the box. He got smart. He's like, fuck this. I'm out. The rat became self-aware. Oh, you mean that. Oh, this is what I do full-time, Willow, and... Oh, there we go. This is what I do full-time. Love it. Best job ever. There we go. What's up, Candid Serpent, by the way? How you doing? It must know something, Cosmic Kitten, that's for sure. Oh, come on. That waste barrel. What a waste. What a waste. The runs have been treating me pretty well, I would say, Candid Serpent. Got a small PB earlier and working on a bigger PB right now, and hopefully we'll be able to clutch it out and get some solid improvement in this category. We'll see though. It's too early to call. It's one letter in your language. How do you pronounce it though? Over an hour ago? That is a pretty long time for a pizza. It better be a masterpiece if it's taking over an hour. I would call them and see what happens. I did Fat CJ. It was a small one, but it was still a PB nonetheless. I'm from the US, Willow. I personally... I'm from the East Coast. Like, I used to live on the eastern US, and now I live on the West Coast. As of a couple months ago. That's the first time I've gotten hit by that guy in a long time. Very long time. It's okay, though. If I can get around this second guy, then we're home free. If I can't, then might have to wait. Nope, didn't get past him. Alright, we're just gonna have to wait here. I would try to skip him, but I don't think I'm at that point of desperation yet where I really need to. Yeah, I would definitely just give him a call, Poonage, and see what's going on. And yo, nice, Candid Serpent. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy, certainly. Oh, I see, Willow. And thank you for following. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you like it here. And... excuse me, hope you have a good evening. Gimmick, thank you for the host, by the way. I do appreciate it. If only they had the Howie scream. Pie Boy. If only they had the Howie scream from the original games. That would be amazing. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Gimmick. How's it going, man? Excuse me. What's up, Capitan Pie? By the way, this run looks like PB material. It's too early to call. It's too early to call at this point, but definitely looks good so far. Hopefully we can keep it looking good. Hope you're having a good day so far today. Whoa, that was interesting. There can't be multiple pies? Of course there can. Multiple pies are just better, right? It's more dessert. Just let them know that it's okay to be nervous. And chances are, like, if your friend is going out on a date with somebody, chances are, if that person's giving them the time of day to go out on a date, then they like them, or they're at least interested. So, you know, just relax and have fun. That's what it comes down to. Please don't give bead. I'll try not to. I would certainly try not to, Gimmick. Not a cutie pie? Maybe. Good answer. Good answer, Capitan. I mean, if you think about it, a date is not this, like, is not really supposed to be this, like, stuffy, like, experience where everything has to go right and you've got to, like, win over that person. It's more or less like you guys are just hanging out, having a good time, you know, getting to know each other, see if you guys, you know, have something in common, you know, maybe see, you know, just kind of get a vibe for each other. That's really all it is. So I think, and that's basically what it comes down to is, you know, that it's not this, like, big deal. And it's okay to be nervous about it, but it's really not a big deal. That, you know, and that it's okay if it doesn't go well. You know, if the date doesn't go well, chances are you guys weren't meant to be anyway. That's kind of what it comes down to. $3.12 when? Ask me in about 30 years and I'll get back to you. I wouldn't be opposed to doing a 312. I wouldn't be opposed to doing a 312, but I would want to, like, at least do, like, maybe 1 or 2 test runs of the other categories and see if I like them, or if I, like, make sure I don't, like, hate one of the categories in the before I would attempt a 312. I definitely don't want to do it blind though. But I have needed to worry about it in the past, Magatoth, and I dated for a while before I was single for a while before Pez and I started dating each other. And we kind of had an unconventional, like, you kind of had, like, an unconventional start to our relationship. So it was more or less like, you know, we didn't really go out on dates first and, like, see each other and then, like, you know, kind of just start, like, hanging out more and more, that sort of thing. Like, we were long distance from the start, so we basically just kind of went to the same events as each other for a while. And that was basically it. Yeah, some people just don't like going out on dates that much, Flareon, and it obviously worked out well for you guys at the end of the day. And sometimes people date who, like, didn't really want to have anything to do with each other, you know, at first, or didn't really find each other that interesting. And then, you know, they get to a point to where they know each other better, and it's like, oh, cool, like, it's like, oh, okay, like, this person's actually really awesome. Like, why don't we hang out some more? But yeah, like, sometimes, like, I tend to have, like, better quality relationships with girls that I, like, didn't really date traditionally first. It's kind of weird. Not that I haven't had good times and good, you know, relationships, you know, with girls that, like, I dated the traditional way, but I feel like it works out better. It's worked out better for me just, like, you know, if we just hang out and don't really put that, like, structure on things. Like, we just hang out, we enjoy each other's company, you know, and let things happen the way they happen. You know, it feels very natural at that point. Whoops. Some people are like that too, Magatoth, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Some people are not ready to dive right in, and honestly, like, I think, like, being friends, and maybe not necessarily being friends for years before dating, but, like, but like just getting to know each other, like really taking the time to learn about each other, learn about like, you know, what their interests are, what they're doing, you know, like where are they going, you know, that sort of thing really makes a difference. But hey, at that point, he must have been a good sport about it. He must have been a good sport about it. And you know if somebody's a good sport about it after you tease them, that's a good sign. So maybe that was a good thing. Whoa! Oh my god, that was really scary. I could have made that jump, but Tiny kind of like faked me out for a second. He didn't do what I thought he was going to do. Alright, that's okay though. Well, that was also a good sign too, Flareon, from what it sounds like. Like, although I'm not personally a fan of country music, I can understand it. Like, I kind of understand why it's a thing, you know. I have an interesting theory about, like, every song is the same because I feel like people don't really say that about genres of music that they like. They say it about, like, genres of music that they don't like. And they say every song is the same. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. But I just wanted to say that because I find it like really interesting. Ooh, interesting. Uh-oh. If you're not familiar with like the culture behind like country music, then it does look kind of weird, you know, because you just don't really identify with it if you don't have like you know, like if you're not used to like that kind of culture, if you're not used to, you know, that kind of being around like that social group, then it'll be like really weird to think about. We remembered to hit the nitros. Yeah, there you go. Whoops. Oh, man, there are some genres of music though that like that cycle is just abysmal. That cycle is just abysmal right now. But there are some genres of music that can appear more formulaic. You know, as like music gets commercialized, like sometimes it can become formulaic because, you know, you kind of want the quick hit. It's like the music made efficiently so it can get out there and make money. You know, that sort of thing. It doesn't really become a labor of love at that, you know, after that point. So it can sound, you know, very like formulaic and like songs sound very similar, so on and so forth. But not always. Like not every song. It's just if that particular, you know, record company or whoever is really in charge of making that music. Oh my god, that's so bad. Then they will. There we go. That's better. Then they will, you know, it will sound similar because they are kind of making shortcuts, so to speak. I want to learn it, honestly. I think I probably won't pull the trigger on learning it until like, unless I'm like actually going to Japan, and then I kind of feel more, I kind of feel like it's more of a, at that point I feel like it's more of a, more of a necessity to learn it because I'm going to need to know it to get around. For me, like, I'm definitely more motivated to, like, actually sit down and learn a language when I need to use it. That is just me, though. Yo, Winter, what's happening, man? It's going P good so far. How are you doing? What's up, Richie? How are you doing? Have or do I collect anything? I'm not really a collector for collector's sake. I think even like with my video game collections, Whoa. Whew, okay. That's pretty neat. Just barely got around there. I don't really collect for collecting's sake. I usually buy and own things that I use or have used at one point in time. So like typically I don't do that, but I do totally understand the point of collecting things and have thought about it from time to time. It's not because I haven't wanted to collect things, but because I ultimately talk myself out of it. I collect crystals and gems. There you go. Good point, Winter. Currently, no, Telecaster. Currently, I just speak English. I have learned Spanish in the past, but I haven't used it in a very long time. You collect bottle caps. Somebody's preparing for the Fallout apocalypse. You'll be rich, Fat CJ. It's really fun if a little expensive. I guess it depends on what you're collecting at the end of the day. Because you can collect stuff that is expensive or not expensive. Or if it is expensive, it could have high resale value. And then if you ever liquidate, then you kind of come out even or even on top. How many bottle caps do you think that is, Fat CJ? This is like one of those questions where it's like, how many gummy bears are in this jar? You know, it's like, how do you even guess? It's like, how do you even guess? Oh, I see. Yeah, if you're gonna move to Chile, then you definitely, or Chile, excuse me, then you definitely want to know your Spanish. A friend of mine back home is actually trilingual. He was born in Italy, so he knows Italian. Grew up in Chile, so he knows Spanish, and then moved to America when he was a teenager, so he knows English. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing, though it definitely helps to learn that when you're a kid. You can pick up on that stuff a lot faster. Yo, Super Spyro, thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream today, and welcome those who are coming in from Super Spyro's stream. Hope you guys are all having a good time so far. The mic pop? I don't know why it's doing that. I replaced the cable that I was using before, thinking that was the problem, and for some reason it just popped again. So I have no clue what's going on with that. I don't think it's peaking, but I'm not really sure what's going on. Yo, Fat CJ, thank you for the host, by the way. Like 200? Okay, that's a little bit less than I was thinking, but maybe they take up more space than you think. Yeah, it's basically luck at that point. You're playing the lottery at that point. I'm gonna get hit here intentionally. No! Oh, come on. I got punished. I got hit intentionally, so that way I didn't have to lose a mask. I got hit intentionally, so that way I wouldn't have to lose a mask in the water. And guess what? That platform was just a little too far away for me to do a slide jump. Some crapola right there. It's kind of like Crayola, except not nearly as fun. Alright, sounds good, Tiptoe. Take it easy. I hope you have a good day as well. Stick some tag team blind playthrough. Oh yeah, that's right. Not because there's like 50 burps in the pause menu. What do you mean by that, Super Spyro? Yo, Malls, what's happening, buddy? Okay, we're still gonna save a lot of time though. That's the good news. This Cold Hard Crash was awesome. So this might actually be a little bit scary to run against. Never played Fallout. The main currency in Fallout is bottle caps. CJ. So that's why I mentioned the Fallout apocalypse. Oh, in the game menu. Okay. I didn't know that. That's actually a pretty interesting quirk, Super Spyro. Alright, take it easy, Capitan Pie. Thank you for the good luck, and thanks for hanging out today. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, apparently the NASA chat is, apparently the NASA chat is doing, not very NASA things. Yo, Raffy Boy, thanks for the good luck. How you doing? Yo, I would give him a call, Poonich, at this point. The thing is, if we get another good Cold Hard Crash, then we're basically set. Or if we at least have one with, like, minimal damage, you know. It is possible that we could even get a better one, for that matter. You can do it manually in the loading screen. The sense of humor is still there, at the very least, which is good. Doing pretty well myself, Raffy Boy. I definitely have few complaints at this point. What's up, K-Dak? How you doing today? Ew. That's a little. I don't want those mental images. I want them gone from my head. It got a little too specific. NASA Moon blocked the NASA Sun account earlier. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Perhaps some misplaced energy, it sounds like, Lombax. Yo, Spirit Wolf! What up, man? How you doing? I'm just gonna do this now, because I feel a little bit better about not having this here. Kind of makes it a little bit less stressful. Hey! Come on. Don't waste this. Don't waste this third mass form being stuck. Vac. NASA doesn't do real science. They're cheaters. Could you imagine though? Just got home from work. Nice, man. I noticed it got dark over the top of my outside my house. So I guess I kind of saw the eclipse, though not in the same way that some other people saw it. Hey, we did it. We got through the hard part. It's not over yet, but we got through the hard part. Yeah, on stream I saw it. I mean, that's definitely... I mean, you did see it, but you didn't see it at the same time. You filled your eclipse quota for now, Super Spyro, it sounds like. And yes, still having 2 mass makes a big difference, Magatoth. Like, especially with all those nitros and icicles cleared out, it makes it so much easier. Like, you've got a lot of wiggle room. You'd have to get pretty unlucky to not get hit by, or to get hit by the pistons like 3 times during that part. Oops. That's not good. Yeah, I gotta be careful about that sort of thing. I got myself in a bad spot, and I was trying to think, like, okay, now what do I do? And then I was dead. That used to be a box, Magatoth. Like, there's 2 boxes right there, and, I guess they got sniped after I killed one of the penguins. Whoop, there we go. Doesn't it come like once every 23 years? I have no clue. I have no clue, as a matter of fact. At the end of the ice block? I don't know. I don't know. Like, you can control your movement better, like when you belly flop, but I'm not sure if, like, if it actually clears enough boxes or if it's efficient enough. The next full eclipse is 200 years. Ah. That might be hard to see again. That might be hard to see again. But then again, some people may never see it, too. So even if they only experienced it secondhand, it was still, you know, it was still a thing, for that matter. Okay, so that was damage control. You know, definitely some good damage control on Cold Heart Crash here. And that's not bad. If it's not going to improve upon that time further, that's really not bad. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, Spirit Wolf. Yeah, there's some weird glitchiness, Magatoth, when it comes to Wumpa Fruit loading visually. The thing is, though, you'll always be able to pick up the Wumpa Fruit. Like, you'll hear the you'll hear the Wumpa Fruit getting picked up, but you just won't see it. It's kind of strange. Ah, okay. So you got to go east for that eclipse then. I bet that is cool, Jorge. And yo, what's going on, PlayStation 365? How you doing? Oops. Oh, the first total eclipse to go to the West Coast. I see. I see now. I'll just have to make sure to go home to visit in 2024. Unless I move again. But, I'll just have to make sure I go visit home for the next eclipse. That way I definitely won't miss it. Seems worth. Seems worth. What makes you say that, Fat CJ? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. They can predict the date that far in advance, Super Spyro? Huh. I feel like that's gonna move around before it actually does happen. But we'll see. Yeah, go into a cryostasis and end up like John Spartan in Demolition Man. What are you using the 3 seashells? I don't get it. I don't know why I just thought of that just now, but oh man, I need to watch Demolition Man again. It's been a very long time since I've watched it. Great action comedy film, by the way, if you're into that sort of thing. Good 90s action flick. What's up, Adrian Bond? How you doing? I did not, unfortunately. The run was good through about Warp 2 of Crash 3, and then it just kind of fell off. And then it just kind of fell off, but that's okay. Still had a good run up until that point. All right, sounds good, Lombax. No worries, man. There's an annular eclipse in Finland in 2039. Only 22 years? That's not very long, Kappa. Oh, it's definitely a strange movie, but it's so fun. It's so fun to watch. I love that movie. Yes, I do currently, Fat CJ. I still do have it. That's pretty neat. I didn't realize that they could predict it so accurately, given that they can't tell me accurately when it's gonna rain. We're talking about the next eclipse in Finland, Super Spyro, which will be 2039. Ouch, dude, 2132. That's a long time. Oh! God damn it, I wasn't... Wow. Like, I wasn't able to react at all there. That was something. That was something right there. Don't mind me just derping about. Yes. He plays nice that time. Every day? Well, I guess so in the UK. That may not be too far off the mark. Bum 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 bum. Ba-dum. All right, take it easy, Fat CJ. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, Jordan. Who knows? The whole world could be virtual at that point. That's a pretty crazy thought. All right. Sweet. There we go. Hey, you never know, Spear Wolf. You never know how good your genes are. All right, gonna touch the platform. Then come back. August 12th, 2026. That's the next projected eclipse over the UK, right? That's true. Probably not good for your eyes. But yeah, you're probably not gonna break a hip. Unless you get really mad or salty or something. Then you might break something. Oh yeah, I'm glad your pizza finally arrived, man. Patience is a virtue. Wow, I had to glitch high jump there because I think I like started to jump like way too Way too early there. Hey, there you go. I'm glad they made it right, Poonage. $20% off sounds good to me, man. Is that the next Total Eclipse in 2026, or is that a different thing altogether? Okay, that works. That works. Whoops. What's up, Jay Smooth? How you doing? Yo, nice. Congratulations. In the Insane Trilogy or the original game, for that matter? Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue, Spirit Wolf, honestly. A 95% eclipse, but the next total one is in 2090. Oh, okay. Hey, we'll see who's still around. Doing pretty good though, Adrian Bond. Definitely can't complain. How's life for you, by the way? Yo, nice, J Smooth. GG's once again. Oh, there we go. I've had so much fun with the Insane Trilogy. For sure. I hope you have too. This was... Well, I died. Yeah, I died at the beginning of the level, but outside of that, this actually went pretty well. I mean, that's something that we're really not going to be able to know. That's something that we're really not going to be able to know, Spirit Wolf, you know, until much later. It is an interesting concept, albeit a strange one to think about sometimes. You be 95 in 2090? Dude, you gotta make it, man. Gotta make it, man. Yeah, I have to go back and see some of the like the VOD of the NASA stream and check out, you know, what they're doing exactly. Obviously, I can't do that right now. We'll all find out in due time, Flareon. What's up, Hecatish? How are you, or Hectish, excuse me. How are you doing? But let's get off this topic. It's a little morbid. Am I from the U.S.? I am, as a matter of fact. I live on the West Coast. So I actually got a really good... if I wanted to go out and seek it, could have a really good view of the eclipse. And it got dark. It got dark for a little while it was happening. That's better. Winter has arrived. I'm just kidding, of course. Let's not go there either. It certainly appears that way, Hectish. It's too early to call, but so far so good. It's okay. I know winter is just busting my chops a little bit. In 2018, I'll be awesome. How so? How so, Sonic? What's going on in 2018? Oh, wow. Dude, you're getting well taken care of, it sounds like, Poonage. That's good to hear. Winter, you read me like a book. What can I say? You live in LA? I live in the Seattle area. So up in Washington on the other side of the West Coast. I didn't get it on that last run, Adrian, but I still have it. It hasn't been beaten yet. How did... Yeah, why did I stop? I'm not really sure why I just stopped moving. Yo, sounds good to me, Poon. Sounds like a winning situation to me, man. Alright, cool. Got around the nitros, hit the first checkpoint. Good stuff. These guys are a little bit awkward to get around because I don't trust like slide spinning underneath them necessarily. It's okay though, we got through it. That's the good news. Awesome. Moving on. I'm not sure about that Spirit Wolf. Oops. Yeah, totally forgot that guy was around the corner. I was taking it at a bad angle. At some point, yes, Rich. I think I wouldn't mind doing a doing a tour of the house. The problem is we still got kind of stuff everywhere. So, we still got kind of stuff everywhere. So, like, it's much better than it used to be. It's much better than it used to be, but there's still, like, some junk and stuff that we gotta figure out what to do with. So, once we get it, like, cleaned up a bit more, then we can do it. NASA stream ended? Aww. Rip Eclipse stream, but that's okay. I'll go back and watch the VOD later. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a little house tour, give you guys an idea of what it's like, what it's like over here at the Chris house. Excuse me. Ooh. You'll figure it out when you get there, Sonic. It's all good, man. I like the attitude regardless. Should get a backdrop. I mean, we talked yesterday actually about green screen setup, and my main problem currently is investment and heat. The heat from the softbox lights would be awful because the room is not air conditioned. Whoa! Okay, there we go. Because the heat is not, or the room is not the house is not air conditioned because you don't really need air conditioning most of the year. It's just in the 2 or 3 months of summer. It's just in the 2 or 3 months of summer that you need air conditioning. So, unfortunately, that makes it kind of awkward for a green screen because in the hotter months in particular, I don't know how I would keep the room cool. Oh, thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it. I am J Smooth. It is my own personal record, for that matter. I'm trying to beat my own personal record, which currently is a 207.42 with loads, of course. Without loads is a different story. Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys. A giant anime waifu poster and set it behind you? The thing is, like, it wouldn't actually show up that much, I think. I don't think it would actually show that much of the poster, so it might look kind of weird. Oh, I mentioned, I looked at your comment where I asked you about, how you're going to be awesome in 2018, and you were like, well, I don't know. And I said, and all I mentioned was that you were going to figure it out when you get there, probably. Which is totally fine. And yo, thank you, J Smooth. Definitely looking good so far, but it ain't over yet. Not by any means. Actually, I wanted actually something like that for Halloween would be really funny. If I did get a green screen, doing something like that for Halloween, you get like a green turtleneck, or you get a green shirt and scarf that you basically just chroma key everything out except your head. I think that would be a really fun idea. I haven't submitted a run for this game yet, though I probably will later today. Whatever run I end up having at the end of the day. And then, but I currently have the world record in full trilogy any percent. I think I'm somewhere like 12th or something for Crash 1 any percent. And then Crash 2 and 3 I don't remember exactly, but I think I'm still top 10 in those categories. Something like that. Put a green screen mask on. That would be really strange. I feel like that would be a little bit too far. It's a cool idea, but I feel like I wouldn't pull the trigger on that. What's going on, Mint Cry? How you doing? No, I know it's boring to look at a white wall. Like I totally understand what you guys are saying. But I don't really like have a great idea of what to do with that right now, because I want to do a green screen, but again, I think it just might be too hot for me to do that. It might just get too hot in here. Yo, welcome back, Jorge. Oh, Mint Crystal? Oh, crap. I totally like did not finish reading your name. Sorry about that, Mint Crystal. I do apologize. Cats love to stare at a white wall for hours, especially if there's a shadow or a light on it. Preferably a laser pointer. Why not a Green Man morph suit? It wouldn't chroma key the right things, Panda Emic. It just wouldn't chroma key the right things, unfortunately. It's okay, it'll still be here tomorrow, Spirit Wolf. Can't have heard it that badly at that point. I don't think that would happen, Ultra Stars. Like, and that's why you would do like most of the time when people have problems with green screens is because of the lighting. So if you get the lighting right, then you're good. You know, you might have like a small amount of green, like, you know, around the edges of your hair or something, but you really won't notice it. And if you get the lighting right, it'll be just fine. This piston, it's going to be a little bit hard to beat because we got third mass form during the first half, which definitely saves a lot of time. But we're kind of on damage control for piston it away, get our time save and spaced out, and you know, and then just close it out from there. Get a green screen, take a photo of your wall, and overlay your wall onto the green screen. That would just look worse. That would just be like a worse version of having my white wall. But that's why it's funny, and that's why we suggest it. I'm just gonna do this to be safe because I don't want to spin away boxes like a dingus. Like I can do sometimes. Oh, I forgot! I forgot, you can't slide into these guys. Gotta focus. Yeah, how do you know I'm not doing it already? Exactly, Mint Crystal. Maybe I am actually already doing it. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad, but I definitely like I definitely would want to make an improvement there because I think it could look better. Oh, really, Omega Mario? Do you mind sending it to me? Yeah, do you mind whispering that to me? Because I would definitely like to take a look at it. Use the cat camera as the background. That's awesome, Jordan. That sounds awesome. That cycle sometimes doesn't sync up the same. Like, sometimes that cycle behaves a little differently, where the piston is up and then you can slide spin right into that guy. Other times, it's totally out of sync. I don't know what causes that. Or if I'm just moving a little bit slower or something. Like, the cycle being in a different spot makes sense, because depending on the pace at which you move, you know, you might come to the cycle when it's in a different spot. But that's weird how it, like, it has different sync sometimes. That sounds like something for another sort of website, Jordan. If you're not careful. That's something I can't offer here. Whoa! Hello. I'm awake now. Any recommendations for Xbox One X? As far as exclusives go, or what kind of recommendations are you looking for? I feel like it's just that one too. Like, the other cycles seem to be in the same sort of sync with one another, but that one is like, it just kind of does its own thing sometimes. There's one cycle in Road to Ruin as well with the flame guys. That one looks like it's a proximity cycle, like depending on how close you are to it. But for some reason, like, the other ones seem to be on a global cycle. I don't really get it. Who needs a nitro detonator anyway when you can just detonate them yourself? For the low cost of one Aku Aku mask. Uh-oh. That was almost a disaster. Nope. Not gonna make it. Knew it. You already have to be holding right when you land. That's how tight that jump is. That's how tight that jump is. Whoa! There we go. No! You're kidding! Oh, please. Dude, I just jumped a little too early. That's one thing I really don't like about the about these like electric thingies is like it just gets like there's such trolls when you're like on the borderline, and that cycle sucked. Like I couldn't do anything about it. I feel like the cycles get worse if you die in this part of the level. Which makes it like double bad if you do die here. Like, you gotta do this, then glitch high jump up here. There we go. Ugh. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, sounds good, Omega Mario. Thank you. Again, that was an annoying that was like an annoying time loss where it's just like you die once and then like the cycles are just like worse the second time around. Like it just gets worse basically as it goes on. Not necessarily, Adrian. There's some things that are similar between the Insane Trilogy and the OG Trilogy games, and there are some things that are different. This game was programmed from the ground up differently, so there's definitely there's definitely gonna be some differences because the same things are just not gonna be possible at that point. Yo, Mavrosa, by the way, how you doing? That's annoying. That's annoying. Hey, I'm fine with that, honestly. A remake is definitely very cool. Yeah, I got it at a bad point in that cycle. It's fine, Poonage. We don't need to get it right now. We don't need to get it right now. We just need to go. We just need to go through the 5-gem route, and then we can worry about getting all the boxes. I know it gets a little confusing because sometimes I go for it just out of like habit, but you don't actually need to get that box back there. Yo, what's going on, Zeeks? How you doing? Are these all in the same cycle now? Interesting. Oh, no, they're not. They're like... Some of them are grouped together. Some of them are grouped together and not quite on the same cycle. There we go. Okay. So that definitely was not as much of a train wreck as the as the previous run was. We have 2 minutes 40 seconds of time save here. That's how bad it went the first time. Oh, I could have made it. Okay. That's all right. We're not going to get all of it because I died twice, but we should get a good amount of it as long as nothing too bad happens later on. We'll see. Correct. Correct, Pie Boys. So, oh, that sucks. That sucks. It was literally like at the exact point where he was going to start pushing. I couldn't really do anything about that. Again, I need to stop doing that. I just need to wait for him to push, then jump, and it'll be fine. There we go. That's when you're supposed to do it. I do miss the out of bounds strats here, where you can go like on top of the ceiling there. That's always really fun. I don't think it works like that, Pie Boy. Like the possible time save compares your best seg to what your segment in your current personal best is. Yeah, I don't know either, Magatoth, for that matter. I'm just basically like, if that goes wrong, then I'm probably just gonna end up dying. Sweet. Okay. There we go. So yeah, we're definitely gonna save some time, but not all of it. Definitely not all of it. We'll see exactly how much we get. Whoops. There we go. Yo, what's up, William? Been live for a little over 4 hours now. I don't have an uptime command, but according to OBS, it's been a little over 4 hours. Definitely some time left on the table there, but that's okay. That's okay. I guess, like, you got pushed into the nitro, but, like, when you, I guess, if afterwards you were holding right and you were walking away from it, it's possible that you just didn't really, like, enter its hitbox. And that may be why it worked, Magatoth. Here I am being like, oh, I didn't get all the time save, and I'm like 5 minutes ahead. I mean, definitely like looking really good. I just like, for some reason, I feel a little bit disappointed with Piston and Spaced Out because like I really wanted to just knock it out of the park with this run and just like, you know, get all my time, you know, like get close to my gold split and Piston it, you know, save a lot of time and Spaced Out and just like basically kick this run's ass. Like that's what I really wanted to do. It will sometimes crash after an hour or two. It kind of depends on which version you're using, Spirit Wolf. It depends on what you're doing exactly. Like, OBS definitely is finicky sometimes. But with better internet, it actually ends up being more stable. So like, I noticed that as soon as I started streaming with a wired connection, it got much more stable. Whoa. It's actually pretty crazy how much your internet matters when it comes to OBS being stable as a program. Happened 2 times in a row. Yeah, it must be some kind of property with the hitbox or something just, you know, allowing you to not get hit for some reason. I don't know what that could be, but it could happen. I have a bad feeling that I missed a box or something. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. 17 is the right number at this point. No, I think we're okay. Talk about embarrassing. It's like 44 out of 45. Why don't you try this level again, streamer? That would be bad. Nice little gold split here. Apparently we got a decent chunk of time to save coming up here in Night Fight, for that matter. Got a nice little 30-second chunk of time save. So I think it was because I died in the backtracking. That tends to lose a lot of time. It's a pretty punishing place. Yo, Fuzzy Monkey and Hellkith, how's it going? Hey, it's never too late for good luck. And the run is not over until it's over, that's for sure. We are getting close to the sub 2. It's possible, actually, if I had a perfect Warp 5, that this could have actually been a 159, but... But it's a lot to ask for a perfect Warp 5. And this is still looking to be a very good run so far. Oops. Do 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 do. What does the rainbow time mean? That means it's a best segment, Telecaster J, which means for that particular split, that's the best I've ever done it. So if you think about it, it's kind of like a individual level, like PB, so to speak. The funny thing was that in earlier runs, they haven't done that. It's just, the last run, Spaced Out, was a disaster, and this Piston It Away would have actually been really good. Except the very end of the level I died, and then I got like totally thrown off by the death cycles, like after you die in the very last part. I feel like the cycles are just so much worse if you die right at the end of the death route and Piston It Away. Really not comfortable. Whoa, come on. I wanted to make sure I slid, so I got rid of the mouse and was not able to jump because I was already over the top of the pit. Ugh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I just don't know what you're supposed to do about that. Get lucky and get the ideal hit on the mouse or something? Okay, there's that guy. So apparently I've been sniping that guy, like, almost every time with the rat beforehand. Now I didn't snipe it because that guy was still there. I was wondering if that guy was even, like, loading in this level at this point, but he definitely is. There we go. I'm kind of getting a better idea of where that pit is, but I'm still, like, very cautious while approaching it. Are you working on the gold relic Hellkith or a platinum? Or which sort of relic are you going for? Okay, we'll still save a little bit of time, but that was like the exact same death that I had in my previous PB. If you can beat a 310, then you'll get the platinum relic Hellkith. I don't know exactly at which points in the level what time you should have to get the platinum relic, but 310 is of course your benchmark. Yeah, it's not dying that's the problem. Like, you can do... there are some really insane strats on Stormy Ascent that you can do, which help you go a lot faster. But it's tough. Like, it's tough to just not die. That was my problem when I initially was going for the gold relic, was I just kept dying and dying and dying, and then I got the run where I didn't die, and it was like a pretty easy gold. Platinum is another story, though. That one requires some balls, basically. Yeah, thankfully the time is pretty fair for how difficult that level is. They could have made it a lot more difficult. Whoops. Box up here. Whoa! Almost hit the red hot pipe there. Definitely don't want to do that at this point. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Almost hit the almost hit that flame pillar there. Cool, grab the crystal. If I had gone balls out, I might have been able to make it, but I just never know where that guy's gonna be. So I kind of just have to get a little bit lucky there. Oh no! Oh no! Fuck. Yeah, I saw 24 boxes and I was like, something's wrong. Yeah, I know which box it was. I missed this box before. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Not a disaster. Not a disaster. It's kind of a bad note to end the run on, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, I missed a box. Like, come on. It's easy time save for next time, but that's definitely like annoying. I knew exactly which box it was too, like after I death abused, because I made that mistake before. And I just like totally missed it. I was like very tunnel visioned and like trying to get to the crystal, because like if you fly really low in that part of the level, you can just not see the box. Like you can't see it at that point. No, it really wasn't that much time, Bonxer. It wasn't that much time, but it was like dumb time loss, basically. Didn't need to happen. Though that being said, having forgiving late game splits is actually not bad. Like you incorporate, you know, you especially after like you incorporate new strats. You know, if you're you know about even or ahead going into warp 5, like you're pretty much set. Wow, he didn't actually let me hit him until I think it was a couple seconds later than normal this time.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
This might have prevented me from getting the 202 though. It looks like I'm probably gonna get 203, just barely a 203. Yo, Victor's TV. Thank you for the host. I do appreciate it. It's just kind of like a bad note where it's like, oh, I missed a box on the last level. It's all good at the end of the day, but it's like, you just feel like really silly. Yeah, I'm not going to get the 202. Oh well. That's still a big PB. Still a big dose of peanut butter.